Alrighty gamers, this is MrH8 and I'm introducing myself to you through video. It's exciting new 20th century technology. If we pull back, we can take a look at my office. If we look in this upper corner here, what we have are the integrative themes that psychology has to offer. And don't worry, if you're not familiar with those themes now, you soon will be. Anyway, this is my office door, and as you can see, it's a museum or a shrine of a bunch of, well, I'm not even sure if many of these bands exist, but if you can search up even a few of them, they might currently be present online on the interwebs at some sort of various service providing music. Hey, look, it's David Bowie. Let's go inside and take a look at what's going on in here. Holy moly, this is what happens when you have an office for almost 26 years. Let's shut the door so we don't encourage any kind of looky-loo passerby. What's going on in the office here? We have a little mobile hanging up off the ceiling from a band called Zwan, which was what Billy Corgan from the Smashing Pumpkins did after the Smashing Pumpkins and before he went broke. Otherwise, we've got a couple of different Christmas ornaments that are themed towards peanuts. Down here are the things that kind of get me through the day. Not to say that Mountain Dew is paying me any kind of honorarium for all this, but it's not like they're not. We do have a bunch of other stickers that didn't quite make the door, but had to work in here somewhere. We have a Simpsons chess set, for heaven's sakes. We have plastic flowers inside of a toilet paper vase. We've got a vinyl record that a student gave me a few years ago from this band called Pink Floyd. It was Dark Side of the Moon, man. And if you put it on and you watch Inception, nothing really is going to happen. Over here, we've got a couple stuffed animals. We've got a brain to take a look at that I tend to throw at students in my face-to-face classes, giving them a piece of my mind. These are some books that I've read, other books that I've read. Books are kind of like the internet, but in paper form. We've got some DVDs, we've got hand sanitizer, just in case, I have to interact with the humans. We've got a wonderful shark that says cookie jar, but he's actually full of candy. We've got trash, God knows why we would want that. We've got dead flowers. We've got a window. We've got a Simpsons poster that has a bunch of different facial expressions from Homer Simpson. I'm not necessarily sure how much I'm going to need to pay Disney to show you this, but we'll find out in the lawsuit. When we pull back, we've also got a couple of different movie posters from 80s movies. We've got a corner full of things that knickknacks and paddywhacks that have been collected. A couple of things that actually have been knitted for me by former students. A Lego Darth Vader that my grandmother gave me one year, which was a total surprise because her Christmas gifts usually sucked. We've got a record from a band called The Power Station in the 1980s. We've got David Bowie peering at us from above. We've got a zombie head from the original artist of the Walking Dead comic book. It's a black light poster, but I don't have black lights because, again, I don't see color. I'm not racist. If we pull over here, we've got the best, well, actually not the best, but certainly a movie from the Star Wars series. We've got yet another picture of David Bowie, if you could gather a theme. We've got a comic book framed from my dad as a gift, which was kind of fun. We've got a couple of different thermostats that don't really do anything. We've got a frowny face 7-inch vinyl record. We've got a Grateful Dead bear with my name on it, although of course it's not really my name. We've got a picture of my grandfather who taught and was an administrator in the Roscommon school systems for over 40 years. If you can take a look at his face, you can see exactly what his default was like. That was his vibe, that was his mood. Here's a horrible chair that may or may not be radioactive. Here is a tiny little Coca-Cola fridge, which of course is a lie, because once you open it up, it's nothing but Mountain Dew in there. We've got a pumpkin for Halloween that lights up. The pumpkin has a little bit of a headspace in a Krispy Kreme way. Another couple little Legos here. We've got a little Lego Christmas tree to keep you in the spirit all year round. We've got a Lego, which is a 3-in-1, which is currently a starfish, but can change to other things. We've got a picture of my wife, who I have no idea why took a look at me one year and thought, yeah, I could, marry you. We've got a wonderful big and tall chair. I needed a big and tall chair because, again, I am 6'6". And when I get into little tiny chairs for little tiny humans, I feel super bad. 2 screens. I'm not going to lie to you. I didn't necessarily think I needed 2 screens. And then one of our IT persons said, once you have a 2-screen setup where one is portrait and one is landscape, you're never going to go back. And I was like, no, man. But then once I did it, the workflow is fantastic. It's awesome. Here's a ghost that responds to sound. Let me see if I can get him to light up. Ah, look at that. So, he does kind of respond to sound. Anyway, that's kind of me. That's kind of my office. If you are physically on campus face-to-face, swing on by, say hello. Let's see if I can make anybody vomit right now just by spinning around in my chair. Oh, I can't because my legs are too long. Anyway, that's me. I'm MrH8. This is my office. Thank you for signing up for the class. Hope to see you at some point on planet Earth. Bye-bye. And by the way, next time there's an election, vote Howard the Duck.